Yeah.
Welcome back to Mama Z's Texas Kitchen. I would like to welcome you in to my humble abode to take you back to a recipe of my youth when I used to do medieval reenactment. But right now, I have to get out of this very hot cloak because it is Southeast Texas. Oh, Page Boy, Papa! Dang, that thing's hot. Okay, so today we're going to do something a little bit different here on Mama Z's Texas Kitchen. We're making Scottish Brose. If you've never heard of this wonderful, delightful adult beverage, you're in for a treat. Now this takes about 6 months to make, so be forewarned, but it is amazing. I originally learned this recipe when I was doing something called SEA. If you don't know what that is, it's a Society of Creative Anachronism. And it is medieval reenactment. This isn't your average Ren Fair. This is, we would dress up for the weekend and have an absolute ball. I did this for several years in my 20s. It is an expensive hobby, but it's a lot of fun. So, but this is not an expensive drink. Everything you get cheap. Cheap Scotch, cheap honey, and regular, you need old-fashioned oats. But it's a very simple recipe. You mix it up and then you just set it on your counter every time, once a day, you think about it, give it a good shake. And you leave it for like 6 months. At the end of 6 months, well, let me rephrase it. You can leave it as little as 6 weeks or up to 6 months. As long as, you know, it don't start growing like any ferment, as long as it doesn't start growing mold or anything crazy, then it's fine. What this will do is it will make the Scotch really sweet and very, very smooth. So you can take not so good Scotch and make it into something that is very, very good. It also makes it very potent. So be forewarned. But here's the recipe. What you do is it is a 2-to-1 ratio. So no matter how much you use of anything, it is 2-to-1. So it's 2 cups of Scotch to a cup of honey, or a cup of honey and a cup of oatmeal. So I'm going to start out with that ratio. I've got a gallon jug. You can use any glass jug you want to use. I would recommend glass. So, and then I just start out doing by twos. This holds 4, so I'm going to put 4 cups of Scotch in this measuring cup. So basically I'm going to double this recipe. And I have always just used the cheapest Scotch that I can find, mainly because, you know, I was always broke. But I wouldn't use expensive Scotch in this recipe. I have no real knowledge that this recipe is period. That just meaning that it is, you know, from medieval Scotland. This was just something that was passed around at SEA events, and it was good. So, and then I'm going to use 2 cups of oatmeal. to 2 cups of honey. This is just regular, cheap honey. Like I said, nothing special about this whatsoever. Now you could put as much money as you wanted to into this and it'd be fine. But it's really good with just cheap stuff. No need to spend a lot of money here. Okay, and then you just give it a good stir. And I'm gonna put a lid on it and then just give it a stir or a shake once a day. And that's it. And I will leave mine setting for at least 6 months. And we'll strain it up then. I'll come back in 6 months and show you. But the longer you leave it, really the better it is. You're gonna want to leave it, I promise you that. But you could technically drink it in about 6 weeks time. This is so good. If you've never tried it, you want to. Anyway, that is today's video. I know it's really short, but I wanted to share this with you. Get all my stuff out of the way. And this is what it'll look like, guys. I'm probably going to go ahead and finish making this up, do some more ratio, finish it up with what Scotch I have left here in my bottle. So anyway, I was able to get 8 cups of alcohol, to 4 cups of honey, to 4 cups of oatmeal. And it filled up this gallon jar. So that's how much you would be able to get out of that. And then you just want to make sure you stir it up good and get all your honey dissolved. That's the main thing. And then, like I said, once a day, I'll give this a good stir or shake. And I have made this in those glass pickle jars as well that you can get at the store for $3. Dump the pickles out, wash the jar really good. I've made it in there and it's worked just fine. So anyway, we'll catch y'all in the next video. Take care.